that goes to church, or a good percentage of the people go to church. You belong to one church or the other. You belong to one community or the other. You belong to one political party or the other. It's a family. Now we have to look at, how did we get so divided that we hate that we're turning on the generation of tomorrow? You know what I mean? Because if you look at a lot of us, we're not angels who came out of the sky. All of us have our own little guilt of things we did as children.
Oh, yeah.
But the village was there to correct us, to help us, to advise us. Now everybody wants that fence. You know what I mean? And the burglar bar, so you can get
community.
Yeah, you can get in your own jail and look at what's happening outside.
But Brother Ali, these children that we're talking about today, there's only 3 of them. We have been talking about during the 4 government administrations. We're talking literally hundreds, if not thousands, of our people, our children. You know, what I can't understand for the life of me is how, when this kind of thing happens, we don't become enraged. I'm angry right now, and I am not going to march. I can come on this program and I can confront the government. I'm going to look at the legislation that's in place and challenge it. So for instance, the Coroner's Act, which should investigate deaths in custody, that's an old ancient act. And it's not for the benefit of our people. We need to rethink the whole question of coroners. We used to have a dedicated coroner. Now we don't. So coroners matters are becoming deferred. You heard people making comments over the last few days of a week. But the coroner's court has gone to sleep. It's too much work and too little people to do it. Yeah, we don't have the right structures in place. So this is the kind of response I want to see from my churches. I don't want a church person to come to me and say, oh, let's have a march. Let's call for swift justice. What kind of swift justice? I want an interrogation of what is wrong with our system, Brother Ali. Why these things can happen endemically, systematically. It's systemic. We have a serious problem, Brother Ali. I mean, we have a problem, but unless we return to certain basics, how do you educate people to vote? Okay, you have to choose the person who will represent you. That's right.
In the things that you're talking about. And that makes that person qualify to get your vote.
But this person don't think he needs to impress you with that kind of representation. Because he bring a croaker sack of grits, a bottle of rum, $10 a bag of spliff or a bag of coke, whatever else they give out. But I'm not saying they're giving out drugs, you know. But I know people on the streets when election time, they get these things done from, I know where they're getting them, but they get them more in abundance during election time. Now, here it is, these fellas giving all these things, and our people lining up together. Give me a job, boss, give me this. This our children, man. Yeah. You know, I want to grab that fella by the scruff of his neck. What you gonna do for my children? And I can have my fist like this to let him know, if you don't get it right, what can happen to you? You only gonna last 5 days in Parliament. I gonna vote you out next time.
Yeah, but you see,
know, this is the kind of mind I want my people to have, Brother Ali.
Yeah, but you see, again, he knows better than that, because he been representing you for how many years? And it happened the first 5, you put him back the second 5. And the third 5, you put him back. So what we're seeing is a repeat. You understand me? We're beginning to take caterpillars and tell them, you must fly.
All right.
There must be a transformation.
We get too much caterpillar in Parliament.
Throughout the Bahamas.
Well, I thought they was worms.
What I'm trying to say,
they were more worm-like, but since you say caterpillar, I'll take you.
Let's
hope for them then. They can turn into caterpillars at some later date.
Yeah, we're going to fly.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
Because the beautiful thing about the butterfly, he can walk over the worms, but he don't have to remain with them. He begin to use nature, the wind, to carry him from over the hill to Paradise Island and back by just letting the wind take him, because now he can fly.
But Brother Ali,
we are not making that transformation.
Wouldn't it be beautiful if you could see our prime minister and our leader of opposition with, flying through the air with excellence.
Yeah, but
instead of overseeing failure, overseeing degrades, overseeing young men dying in police custody, and not trying to get to the root of the problem. See, both of them know the problem, Since when both of them were in opposition, they spoke to the problems. Both of them.
Yeah.
They spoke to me and they spoke to the nation. So it's not just I speaking behind their back. They tell me they believe in these things. And I believe they still do, Brother Ali. But I think the problem is they have lost a vision. Now, one of the challenges I would like to throw out to Mr. Ingram and Mr. Christie and all of their political parties tonight. Our young children in these 3 instances highlight serious flaws in our legal system. You have legal experts who are available, not just here in the Bahamas. If you don't want Dion Hanna to give you guidance on the law in this area, you have an abundance of legal scholars throughout the region. Hazel Thompson, I could go on indefinitely naming scholars out there who can guide the PLP, the FNM, and all the other political parties in this region about how we should be caring for our children, what our legal system should be doing, what type of coroner's court or system of inquiry we should be having when somebody dies in strange circumstances, how children should be incarcerated. Because really, international law, the government has signed on to it. And both the PLP and the FNM have agreed that the international law is the standard that we should be adhering to. So, Brother Ali, I'm praying now. I know Mr. Ingram listens to us. And I'm also know that Mr. Christie Ingram, Christie listens to us. Hear me saying Christie Ingram, they're so close together. They used to have a firm together one time,
Yeah.
But I open tonight, my friends, my 2 good friends, because I don't count you all as enemies. I count both of you as brothers. I want you to put your heads together tonight and find a way that you all can have this discussion about our children in a non-politically charged atmosphere. Because quite frankly, Brother Christie, Brother Ingram, our people are fed up of the show. And if y'all don't get it right, you will be rolled out. Trust me, time and tide wait for no man. And I can tell you now, I've said it time and time again, the Congress is like a steam engine. It will roll over you if you don't do the right thing. If you do the right thing, we will be the wind beneath your sail. That's your choice.
But you know, Brother Hanna, you talked about the legal system, the law firms. We talk about the leader and the opposition. But again, when we look at the same time what we hear people say about lawyers, they need to be watched or questioned also. Because if they know the legal rights of the people, and you know that the people are not being properly represented, it is only right that you speak out as far as this I wouldn't even say unrighteousness or inequality is concerned. But I'm not hearing these attorneys come forth like yourself to say, well then, this is wrong, or the way people are treated is wrong. Or at times you hear people talk about how my lawyer robbed me. So what I'm looking at is that I don't want it seems as if we're just blaming, or I'm blaming Mr. Christie and Mr. Ingram, when we are the ones, or the Bahamian people are the ones who put them there. You must realize now that as they have a responsibility, you also have a responsibility to choose. Okay? The lawyers have to understand that if the judges or the whomever is not acting right as far as the law is concerned, they must cry out